which mainly was folk dancing all over the place, all kinds of different folk dancing. We went hiking on Mount Tamalpais just about every Sunday, when we all met at Dickon Libus's house. And after hiking and having a bite to eat, we would drive to San Francisco, to 2121 Market Street, where we went to Ricodon, and I learned how to do Israeli folk dancing, as well as learning a lot of Israeli songs. I did not drive when I came here. My father tried to teach me to drive, and that was disaster. But Thelma told me, if you're going to live here, you have to learn how to drive. So I took classes at Berkeley High, the driver's ed. Irv was my he was my passenger when I was doing my practice driving. And needless to say, he did not agree with a lot of the theory we learned, all the different traffic laws. He says, but you gotta go out in the middle of the street when you have a stop sign. And I said, no, you're supposed to stop behind the crosswalk. No, you can't see the cars. So that was part of my driver's ed from Irv. When Christmas, well, I went to several job interviews. Thelma was able to get me some odd jobs. And I told her, they keep asking me if I'm going to stay. And I said, I don't know. And she says, just tell them, yes, you're staying. You don't have to be absolutely honest about everything. So the first job interview I had where they said, are you going to stay? And I said, yes. And I got the job. And I started working for AAA, the auto club, when they were still on Grand Avenue in Oakland. And 6 months later, my now husband started working there. And then one thing, first Christmas with Thelma and Irv, they didn't do Christmas. But for me, they were gonna bring a Christmas tree in. So they had a little platform with wheels, and they had a big barrel with water. They cut a branch off one of the big trees up on the hill where Marsh lives, and they stuck that in there. And their dog, Timmy, was excited because he thought they brought a tree in just for me. So Timmy, of course, went up to the tree, knocked everything down, water everywhere. So Timmy was very happy that Christmas, but I think he scared himself. Let's see. When our first son, Finn, was born, I wanted a name that could be pronounced in English as well as Norwegian, so Finn was good. But then he needed a middle name, and we decided we would name him for Irv, because to thank him for all that we had done. So Finn now has the unique Norwegian, Jewish, Spanish name. Also in my culture, you christen your babies. There's no question. So my brother and Harold's sister were godparents to Finn. But then when Eric came along 3 years later, it was Thelma and Irv, obviously. They had to be them. So they're godparents to Eric, but Irv would not come to the church. Thelma did, but not Irv. So he had very strong convictions. It helps to have notes. I have notes, Peter. Oh, okay. Throughout the years, we worked together. We invited them for everything. We have a lot of the pictures up here of mine. When they got the pool, a lot of us loved to swim. Not Irv, not my husband. But one day, they both went in the pool. And since that time, for my kids, it's been the day Pop and Irv went in the pool. It was that unusual. They came to all our Sons of Norway events. When my family came in from Norway, we were always involving them. We went to see them. They came to see us. And the pancake breakfast. Ken's been to a lot of our Sons of Norway pancake breakfast. So Irv came with his friends for many, many years. Oh, and while he was working, he would come by the house. We live in Castro Valley, and he would have some of the kids that he had to go and visit. And he would stop by to get his hair cut. I cut his hair and prepared lunch, so we had a nice lunch together. And I also, there's a lot more, but I want to thank Julie and Laura for everything they have done, for putting this on, everything they've done for Thelma and Irv when their health was failing. So thanks to both of you too.